guys, I just want to showcase this Gy6 dry clutch. It's made by JXX, which just means mechanic heart. It's not being sold in the US, so a lot of people ask me where I got it, and I just decided to buy a few more and see if people can buy from me. I'm just gonna open it. So this is what it looks like. Some stickers and a bunch of screws and springs and a spacer, the cover plate, and the clutch itself. So this is the dry clutch itself. And this is the plate that goes on top of it. And inside here, these 3 springs is optional. Basically, if you remove these bolts, and in between each of the dry clutch plate is one of these springs, and changing the spring into this will increase the RPM needs for it to engage, similar to changing the spring on a regular clutch. And these screws just screws into these holes to attach the plate. And then there's the spacer that's supposed to go in here. So this is what a regular clutch look like. You're gonna keep this part, and this is the cover plate, right? You take it off, and you're gonna remove this and replace this with this. And in order to do that, you need a 38 millimeter socket. That's the size of this, and the impact wrench. I'm just going to show you how to remove the clutch. So basically, I have an ankle biter. You don't have it, then you just remove the cover plate. So in order to do this, you need a 17-inch socket for this bolt. Sometimes it's 19, depending on your scooter, and the impact wrench. Then it comes off. All right, we got our regular clutch removed. Take off the cover plate, and here's the clutch, and we have our impact wrench, and we have our 38 millimeter socket. And what you're going to do is step on it so that the clutch don't fly off when you're loosening it. And put this on. And it comes off. The clutch and the spring. See, I've removed it. These are the things we're gonna keep. Alright, to install this is basically the same thing. Let me just take this off. So basically, you see the hole. There are 2 lines here, and if you see the clutch, there are 2 lines here. So we're gonna line them up. Put the spring back. I find this is the easiest way to do this. Is have your clutch, have your impact wrench ready, have the nut ready, and then put it on and push down with your hand, but be ready to use the heel of your foot to secure it. So basically, you push it out with your hand because it's easier to line up the lines. And once it's in, you want to bring it over and step on it with your foot. Step on it with your foot. So it frees up your hand, and take the nut and just tighten it lightly All right, so now release it. So now basically the nut is securing the plate, so then we can tighten it. Now this part is really important. So basically, once you tighten it, you want to look on the side. This nut should be down as much as it possibly can. And if you went all the way in, this should either be flush or the inside is actually sticking out a little bit. That's important because you'll notice there's the grinding mark against basically this part. It's because I didn't have this tightened all the way in. So basically, once you have it installed and you start moving it around, and it's gonna make some noise. That's normal, but you shouldn't feel hesitation when pushing the bike around. If it does, that probably means this is not all the way down. Before we install it, I just want to bring your attention to the clutch, and you will see there are little magnets. Like I think there are 3 of them, and they are like freely movable if you push them on it. That's how they're supposed to be. Basically, just make sure that this thing can spin freely. Nothing is catching. That's how it's supposed to be. It's gonna make some noise, but that's normal. Because what happened to me is I actually was curious what they do, and I pushed one of those in, then it got stuck sideways, and this thing doesn't move. So just make sure that doesn't happen to you. Alright. So once you are at this step, and there's a little spacer, it's gonna drop into here, like that, and this will drop on top of it, and there's gonna be a little gap. So this plate shouldn't be directly touching this part, is what I meant. And on the back side, there are 2 holes, I guess dimples, and then there are 2 nipples coming out, and then you're gonna match those with that. And once you're done, should be the gap should be flush, and this clutch should be slightly like coming up a little bit. And then we're just gonna tighten all the screws. So if you have done everything correctly, it should spin kind of freely. It's gonna make some noise because it's dry clutch. That's normal. So if you feel any kind of thing catching, grinding, or a lot of resistance spinning around, then check out the step. Make sure the ball is down. The ball is down all the way. Stuff like that. At this point, you can just put it on, and it should work. I find it easier if you kind of pull downward on it, so the bell will go in. So it give you a little extra length. Once you're done, what you want to do is push the bike forward and backwards. The dry clutch will make some noise, that's normal, but you should not feel anything catching, grinding, or just a general hesitation. It should spin free.